Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Raw, and we are well on the road to SummerSlam. Baton Rouge, Louisiana has come alive as we kick off the show with Prince Pretty, Tyler Breeze, and ladies and gentlemen, the main event of the evening tonight, Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, goes one-on-one with the Lunatic Fringe. Dean Ambrose. Has Ambrose bitten off more than he can chew? We'll have to wait and find out. But Tyler Breeze kicks us off here tonight, looking rather dapper in his all-white outfit. Looking kind of like a member of ABBA. Some of you may be too young to understand that reference, but Tyler Breeze, one thing we do understand about this guy is that once he steps through those ropes for competition, he is almost unstoppable. He's been on a tear, narrowly losing the King of the Ring final to the eventual winner, Samoa Joe. Tyler Breeze pushing Hideo Itami and Samoa Joe all the way. But Tyler Breeze, very sensationally last week, called out the one and the only John Cena, and it seems as though Tyler Breeze is out here perhaps searching for answers. I must say, this crowd absolutely all over Tyler Breeze at the moment. They are enjoying what Prince Pretty is putting down at the moment, and Tyler appears to have something to say here to kick us off on Monday Night Raw. Well, there we go. It didn't take long. And Tyler Breeze saying there's only one face cute enough to run this place. Tyler Breeze reiterating the fact that he wants John Cena at SummerSlam. It is true. There's pretty much no bigger opponent. And he's going to get the answer. It's the future Hall of Famer, the 15-time world champion, John Cena. One of the greatest of all time. You cannot argue that fact. And John Cena makes his first appearance on Monday Night Raw since being eliminated from the King of the Ring tournament by Ryan Lusk, and this has combustible written all over it, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena demanding a microphone from our producer at ringside, and it looks as though the face that runs the place has a few choice words for the King of Cuteville here. Tyler Breeze seems frustrated, but this is exactly what he wanted. This is exactly what he wanted from John Cena, a reaction. And this has the potential to make a little bit of history. John Cena saying, "You're not moving up in this industry at my expense." Well, that's what I was thinking. I don't think he has any idea at the kind of fight that John Cena brings on the big stage. Wow, John Cena. Those are definitely fighting words, and John Cena has accepted Tyler Breeze's challenge for SummerSlam. And Cena, in typical fashion, stepping up to the plate. And ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Tyler Breeze versus John Cena at SummerSlam. What a moment. That's Apollo Crews' representative. And Apollo Crews' representative says they are disgusted with the way they've been treated by this brand, and they're going to go above Shane McMahon's head. There's only one man who can get that deal done if it's not Shane McMahon. If you're going to go above Shane McMahon's head, there's only one man. As we are about to get underway with our first contest here, ladies and gentlemen, those contract negotiations with Tyler Breeze just have blown me away. What could they possibly be asking for that is big enough to stall the deal this long? I have no idea, but we have to refocus. We have to shift gears here as the New Day, the reigning, defending tag team champions, are coming down. And of course, we saw on SmackDown, Kofi Kingston was unfit to compete, and I understand he is still unfit to compete, and it will be Xavier Woods and Big E taking part in this ring. But Tyler Breeze gets his wish, gets John Cena at SummerSlam. What a way to kick off the show, ladies and gentlemen. But now, the road to SummerSlam continues as these three men, who have been on somewhat of a rotating roster, which has given them unquestionably an advantage over the other teams, they look to continue their road and take a couple of more steps towards SummerSlam. That unification match looms on the horizon. Whoever the champions are, whether it be the NXT or the World Tag Team Champions, then face off to unify those titles. But who do the New Day have to face here tonight? It only seems to be getting tougher. And this is no exception. Wow. The competition rolls on, ladies and gentlemen. Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Oh, this is gonna be good.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide soul, and can't teach match. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in a room. How you doing?
Well, Enzo Amore and Big Cass have stepped up to the plate here tonight. And this is an honor that has eluded these two. They have never been any form of tag team champion in the WWE, not even in NXT. So this provides the opportunist. And I think he's got something to say.
So-called opponents tonight, we have one word to describe them, and I'm gonna spell it out for you. S-A-W-F-T.
Well, as I was saying, they have the opportunity to get their hands on those tag team titles right here, right now. And this is the kind of opportunities that present themselves with this kind of format in the lead up to SummerSlam as we are underway. Enzo Amore and Xavier Woods going to start this match off. Enzo straight away, shot to the midsection, up and over with a rolling neck breaker. We have our first bit of action here tonight. Oh, look, just sitting right on the midsection, and that's the unique offense that Enzo Amore is going to bring. You've got the powerhouse Cass, and you've got the powerhouse Big E, and look out, did you hear that shot from Enzo Amore, who is a house of fire here tonight right now. But here comes Xavier Woods, crowd finding it hard to pick a favorite here. Both teams incredibly popular. A few boos there creeping in for that elbow to the head of Enzo Amore, probably more a testament to the popularity of Enzo Amore. Also in action tonight here, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Lusk takes on Drew Gulak. It should be an interesting contest there as Xavier Woods leaps from the second rope and hammers down on the head of Enzo Amore. And now I've been really impressed by Xavier Woods over the last couple of weeks, with Kofi Kingston unable to compete. You can see him at ringside there, playing cheerleader for this match. As Xavier Woods lights him up, and there's an Enziguri. Not many places you can go when you're in that kind of situation. As Xavier Woods looks to continue the punishment here, and he's going to send him in. Going to send him in early here. Double team maneuver on the way here from the New Day. Big E, Langston, and Xavier Woods. A flapjack. And Big E can now pick apart the pieces of the smaller, less powerful Enzo Amore. While the big man, Big Cass, looks on from ringside, very concerned. This can end at any time. I mean, we saw American Alpha with a flash tap-out victory over the Revival. And that's just how quickly it can happen, particularly in this format. I mean, these guys have been going toe-to-toe with opponents for a while now. I mean, this is week 3. You can see there, good Lord, that fall-away slam from the second rope sends him all the way across to the other side of the ring, and Big E may have done enough there. He has barely moved here, Enzo Amore. Into the cover. 1. And just a 1 count, so some toughness shown from Enzo Amore, and Big Cass tries to get the crowd behind him, and he misses that kick there, Big E. And this could be the opportunity here for Amore. Picks him up. Look at the power here. Where did he find that from? And is that enough of an opening to potentially get the big 7-foot-tall monster Big Cass in? And now these two hosses gonna go toe-to-toe. Whips Big E in, and then up and over. And did you see the height on that? Absolutely brilliant from Big Cass, dropping the leg down. That tree trunk leg right across the throat of Big E. And just like that, the flick of a switch, the flip of a coin, Big Cass in control. And this is where they become one of the most dominant tag teams in this industry. But you can see Big E there showing why they indeed are actually at the pinnacle of this tag team with a couple of STOs. And now hammering away, just grinding those knuckles across the forehead, across the temple of Big Cass. That might be the best way to do it. And he's going to do it again here. And he's just wrenching away, trying to keep the big man down. And this is incredibly smart strategy from Big E Langston. And again, he's just not going to let up here, Big E. Taking it right to him. 3 times in a row, just refusing to show anything but malice here. And that's why they're in this position. That's why they've gone so deep in this challenge. And you can hear this crowd getting right behind Big Cass here, trying to get him fired up, trying to make him come back here in some capacity, but there may not be any coming back here as we get the Unicorn Stampede. We have seen this put opponents away in the past. And Big Cass is finding himself on the wrong end of this, and Big E and Xavier Woods, as you would always expect, working in perfect harmony, and this could be enough here. Gonna whip him in, straight into the heart of Big Cass. And that could be all over. That could be all she wrote. Into the cover, hook of the leg, got him. 1, and just a 1 count. Well, look at the shock on Xavier Woods' face when you have to, oh, look out right off the back. You know you're going to have to do a lot more than that when he doesn't tap out, but then that splash onto the back, and now just going to wrench on the lower back as well. Could Xavier Woods maybe get an unlikely submission? No, he can't. Big Cass is too strong, and he's going to take this opportunity to get the tag to Enzo. Big Cass needs a break after the Unicorn Stampede, and Enzo's going to fight back now, though. Showing a little bit here. Enzo with a back elbow. Right to the back of the head, and then a shot with a right hand. Enzo Amore might just be cooking with some gas here. Back suplex, perfectly executed by the mouthpiece of this tag team, but then he gets his jaw jacked. And look out, another shot there. That'll shut the mouth of Enzo Amore as Xavier Woods hooks him up. What's he thinking here? Up and down with a TKO. Perfect from Xavier Woods. And now Xavier Woods is firing up for the New Day. He's going to look for the roll through clothesline. Yes, no. Countered by Enzo Amore. Countered by Enzo Amore, who cleans him out. Enzo Amore cleans him out. Xavier Woods has been knocked silly. And they're surely not thinking. It's boom shakalaka, but it's Big Cass from the top rope. Big Cass from the top rope. 1, 2, and good Lord. Big Cass from the top rope crushes the insides of Xavier Woods. And the battle of attrition has caught up with the New Day. It was there, the match turned right there. And then look at this, boom shakalaka. But this time, the 7-footer from the top rope. And Xavier Woods, there's no coming back from there. And ladies and gentlemen, we have new World Tag Team Champions. Unbelievable. That's how quickly it can turn around, ladies and gentlemen. The New Day have to bow out of the race for those unified tag team titles. Big Cass and Enzo Amore are on their way to SummerSlam. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this week on SmackDown, it's a stacked show. We have Eva Marie, Alicia Fox. They take on Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch to try and settle their combustible feud in a no disqualifications match. The Rock has some words for the Roman Empire. Finn Balor is in action for the first time since becoming world champion. And your main event, Cesaro versus Chris Jericho. The winner has been promised an enormous opportunity. Tune in this Friday. Well, what a shocker. New tag team champions. And now, singles action as we roll on here on Monday Night Raw. Drew Gulak awaits his opponent, the one and only two-time NXT champion, Ryan Lusk. And we have seen Ryan Lusk struggling to date. And he has been in somewhat of a slump, but he's here tonight to try and turn it around. And this could be the perfect opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, as Ryan Lusk comes out to a raucous reception here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And this place is coming unglued. Ryan Lusk, we saw last week, was defeated by Hideo Itami in the main event in what was an exceptional effort from both men, but Hideo was just too much. And well, speaking of Hideo Itami, his arch nemesis, who we saw at the close of last week's show, Kevin Owens, is in action very shortly as well. He'll be taking on Tony Nese. So a couple of blockbuster encounters. We focus on Ryan Lusk and him trying to get back into the winner's column here. He'll be hunting the straight out of Lusk to try and get it done. Drew Gulak will be looking to make the most of his opportunity in the bright lights of Monday Night Raw as we are underway. Gulak and Ryan Lusk, as Gulak straight away, and look out there, there's a back suplex already, and you can see Ryan Lusk already a little bit off his game. Already getting hammered away by Drew Gulak as these two, this is going to be physical, we know that much. There's absolutely no question about that. And how about the start, ladies and gentlemen? Tyler Breeze has his challenge accepted by John Cena. Look out there. Drew Gulak, and there's a shot. I told you to be physical. John Cena, Tyler Breeze is made official for SummerSlam. And look out, look at these shots here from Drew Gulak. Just unrelenting shots to the chest. Not allowing Ryan Lusk to get back to his feet, but he has to fight through it. Look at the welts on Ryan Lusk's face at the moment here as he's whipped in. And there is a big boot to Lusk. And Drew Gulak, incredibly impressive here straight away. He's got a million ways he can beat you, Drew Gulak. Doesn't really have one particular move that he goes to. He can make you submit, he can drop you on your head and pin you that way. One of the most dangerous competitors here on the Raw roster. There's no question about that as he flips around Ryan Lusk. And look at this. This is what I'm talking about. The suplexes. The innovative offense from Gulak. And The hard-hitting offense, that exposed knee right to the jaw of Ryan Lusk. Can you believe we have new World Tag Team Champions, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, Ryan Lusk showing his power there and his size advantage over Gulak, and a shot to the lower back. Now going to work on a limb here. Enzo Amore and Big Cass get it done over the New Day. As Ryan Lusk got the second rope with an elbow across the bridge of the nose of Drew Gulak. Your main event tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Ambrose takes on the Beast Incarnate, who's been on a tear, hunting Shinsuke Nakamura. And, oh, there's a shot there from Ryan Lusk. This crowd still stunned, unquestionably, from that tag team result. New Day were on fire, and just a couple of weeks out from SummerSlam, have slipped on a banana peel here tonight. And that top rope splash, I guess you could call it inverted boom shakalaka. Big Cass, the full weight of Big Cass down onto the chest of Xavier Woods. Nobody's kicking out of that. As you can see here, whips him in. There's a back body drop, and the elevation quite impressive. Now Ryan Lusk's going to go to work here on Drew Gulak. It's been somewhat of a fall from grace from Ryan Lusk. Had a huge debut. Defeated John Cena in the King of the Ring. Narrowly missed out on being the United States Champion at Backlash, as Ryan Lusk is looking for a moment with love. Nails it on Drew Gulak. And now Ryan Lusk looking to get back in the W column at the expense of Drew Gulak. Straight out of Lusk. The point of the elbow to the forehead. Into the cover. 1, 2, and no! Drew Gulak kicks out of the straight out of Lusk. And Ryan Lusk looking incredibly frustrated here. Went for the double axe handle, and Gulak fights back here. And this crowd can sense something might be happening here as Gulak's starting to fire up now. Ryan Lusk back to his feet though. And that aggression, this might be just the kind of test that he needs here. Ryan Lusk trying to put his man away. Down into the cover. Is that enough? I highly doubt it. 1. Does it get him? Just a 1 count. And the frustration starting to come across the face of the 2-time NXT champion. As Lusk now tries to hold Gulak in place, but he just powers out with a shot to the solar plexus. And now Drew Gulak got the leg captured up and over. What a suplex. What a suplex from Gulak into the cover. 1. Is that enough? 2. And oh no, he doesn't get it, but it's a hell of a long 2 count. Drew Gulak looking to take this opportunity, and Gulak waiting for Ryan Lusk to get to his feet here. Gulak with a German suplex right under the back of his neck. And now Drew Gulak gonna lock in this Dragon Sleeper. It's locked deep, but Ryan Lusk's feet were under the rope. Ryan Lusk's feet were under the rope. He had to let it go. The referee called it off. Gulak needs to stay on him here. This could be an enormous scalp for him. Down into the cover after that elbow to the heart. 2, can't get him. Ryan Lusk just gets the shoulder up though. Really struggling. Drew Gulak taking it to the limit here. Gulak now to the second rope. A little bit of a recede here, but he wants him. He wants him to get back to his feet. Drew Gulak stalking Ryan Lusk. Oh no, he missed the splash. Gulak now has Ryan Lusk right where he wants him and takes him down. Takes him down via the knee. And that was absolutely brilliant there from Gulak. Gulak now, with a shot to the solar plexus, of this crowd all over Drew here at the moment. They're not real happy with him, but do you think he cares? Hell no. Gulak with a shot. He's just so unrelenting. And you've got to remember, this is a guy with infinite experience in the ring. He's traveled all over the world. He's not overawed by this situation. And it seems if anyone is, perhaps Ryan Lusk is, but there's an elbow. And maybe Lusk now can fire back, but Gulak has the answer. Sends him over the top rope. Ryan Lusk overcommitting to that. And Drew Gulak with a brilliant counter Ryan Lusk landed really, really hard. And maybe really rattled here. He's getting seriously tested. Gulak now gets him to his feet. Has him hooked up again. With another suplex. And that could be enough. But Gulak's got other ideas here. He's going to drag him by the arm. He hasn't moved. And now Drew Gulak with a shot. Just picking apart the pieces here. And now, center of the ring. He's got it locked in. Ryan Lusk with nowhere to go. And a hell of a lot to do. No, he gets out. And Lusk now is finding himself in the fight of his life. Gulak puts him into the corner. And then just ramming into the ribs here. And Drew Gulak has really come to the party. Ryan Lusk could be in some trouble, but what's it going to take to put him away? Wait a minute, ref, wait a minute. Got the legs up on the ropes, but Ryan Lusk kicks out anyway. Gulak can't believe it. There's an elbow. What a shot. Gulak snap suplex on Ryan Lusk. This crowd is beside themselves. Gulak tried to cheat. Ryan Lusk has barely gotten out of the blocks, and Drew Gulak here again. Another shot to Ryan Lusk. What's it going to take to put him away? Shot to the head, hooks the arms. Oh my God! What a German! Perfect bridge. Surely not. Ryan Lusk beaten again. Ryan Lusk beaten again here on Monday Night Raw. This time by a Drew Gulak. You can see him trying to cheat. That didn't get it done. But I tell you what, this vicious German suplex crossed the arms over. Nowhere to go if you're Ryan Lusk. Snaps him back and gets a huge upset victory. And this slump continues for Ryan Lusk here on Monday Night Raw. And you can see the disappointment. Ryan Lusk searching for answers. What on earth has gotten into this man? Drew Gulak's a hell of a competitor, but that's a two-time NXT champion. Ryan Lusk wondering where to go from here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Triple H and Seth Rollins have come to blows in recent times, mainly Seth Rollins on the end of the beatings, but last week Triple H took it to a whole new level. He pedigreed the Hall of Fame legend and retired Hall of Fame legend Mick Foley after he tried to intervene on the beating that he was delivering to Seth Rollins. Both men have been asked not to be here tonight, but I can reveal to you right now that on this week's episode of Universally Speaking, we get exclusive comments from Triple H and Seth Rollins regarding the whole situation. Tune in to Universally Speaking this week. Well, that is sure to be a combustible conversation as we have the general manager, Shane McMahon, who's had a tough night tonight with Apollo Crews' people. But he's out here with an announcement regarding Nikki Bella's Divas Championship. Well, I certainly am one of those people. I tweeted him during the week. I agree. Hell yeah. Asuka is definitely one of the most dangerous people, let alone women on the planet. Wow. So Shane McMahon has announced that next week's main event on the Go Home show before SummerSlam will be a triple threat. The winner faces Nikki Bella at... Oh no. This is not good. We saw on Universally Speaking during the week, ladies and gentlemen, Rusev, well, his wife Lana was saying that they refuse. They're not going to take on Goldberg at SummerSlam. They didn't consent, and Rusev is absolutely furious here. Oh, God. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. I wouldn't want to face Goldberg either. But is this guy serious? The disrespect for the general manager. For God's sake. Well, Rusev saying Shane McMahon doesn't even have full power and that he is going to go to his father, much like Apollo Crews' people. Everyone seems to be going over Shane McMahon's head at the moment. Rusev showing absolutely no respect for authority here tonight. Rusev refusing. Oh no! Well, you might be able to push around Shane McMahon, Rusev. Try and push this guy around. It couldn't be anyone else. Goldberg cutting Rusev off. And Rusev is furious. Goldberg is fired up. Listen to this place in Baton Rouge. And Shane McMahon says it has been signed off by Vince McMahon. Rusev is furious. It's official. Rusev versus Goldberg for the WWE Championship. My God. Wait a minute. That's Dean Ambrose. What does Paul Heyman mean he's got a way out? Forfeit. Why on earth would Dean Ambrose forfeit to Brock Lesnar? I can see why. I mean, in the cold, hard light of day, you can see why. But do you really think the lunatic fringe is going to give up the chance to face the Beast in the main event, that coveted main event spot here on Monday Night Raw? Dean Ambrose, that is coming up very shortly. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the current reigning, defending United States Champion Kevin Owens in action for the first time since King of the Ring. Kevin Owens looks at this crowd with such disdain. We saw last week Hideo Itami came out and got in the face of Kevin Owens, and I have a feeling Hideo Itami may have an eye on that title that Kevin Owens holds white-knuckled in his possession. He's a prize fighter. We know this about Kevin Owens. We know why he does what he does, but it's why and the way he goes about doing what he does that rubs people the wrong way. And that's why Baton Rouge, Louisiana ain't too keen on Kevin Owens as Tony Nese comes out. And look out straight away with a Yoshi Tonic. And Kevin Owens ain't mucking around here early on. And he seems pissed off. Kevin Owens definitely wrestles with a chip on his shoulder. There's absolutely no question. I don't think he's too keen on a guy like Hideo Itami breathing down on that title that he holds so dearly, that he stole from Seth Rollins, which eventually sparked the major issue between Seth Rollins and Triple H, and it's crazy to think, crazy to think that all that started over Mick Foley saying to Seth Rollins, I think you should get rid of the pedigree. It has negative connotations, and Triple H, the irony is that Triple H took exception to that, but now he's only used it for negativity. So go figure, as Kevin Owens takes it to Tony Nese here. Kevin Owens on the eve of defending his title at SummerSlam. And Kevin Owens there with a shot, taking him down. Kevin Owens is just ducking and weaving Hideo Itami at any time he can here as he whips him in. And look out, Tony Nese with a calf kick, and this is a big chance here for Tony Nese to pick up a huge win and really inject himself into the United States title picture. There's no question about that. Tony Nese again just taking the shots here to Kevin Owens, and that's going to really piss off the champion. You can see him rolls out very tactically, and look out, he's still coming at him though, but Owens ain't having any more of that. Look out, swings him around, go home driver from Kevin Owens, and playing up to this crowd who can't stand the ground that he walks on after he stole that title from Seth Rollins. And it's not even just that. I mean, it's a multitude of things that he's done as Tony Nese tries to look to get back into this match here. And a submission move here from Tony Nese. Oh, Owens rolled him out though. Good counter. You can't doubt the ability of Kevin Owens. No one ever has. No one ever will. Kevin Owens could be looking here now. He might have just one thing in mind here. Kevin Owens with the cannonball. Cannonball out of nowhere on Tony Nese. And the full weight of Kevin Owens across your entire body ain't fun. Into the cover, 1, 2, and no. Tony Nese showing some fight here. Showing what it means to him. But that fight might not last too long here, as Kevin Owens with a shot to the midsection. Whips in Tony Nese off the ropes, and a pop-up powerbomb from Kevin Owens. 2, and gets him. Impressive performance from Kevin Owens. You can't argue with that. It doesn't get much better than that for Kevin Owens. The reigning, defending United States champion is showing exactly why he holds that honor. It's not how he won it, but it is how he will continue to defend it. Kevin Owens lapping up this crowd here. The boos from this crowd. Oh. You knew that it couldn't be long before we got a visit from Hideo Itami. And he is not showing any ill effects from the brawl last week with Kevin Owens to close the show. Hideo Itami coming down to get in the face of the United States champion. And you gotta believe Hideo has one thing on his mind as he gets the microphone from the producer at ringside. And Hideo saunters to the ring in typical fashion. Listen to Baton Rouge. They love this guy, and it's hard not to. Kevin Owens cutting him off before he can even say a word. Damn right he's looking at that title. Ugh. Kevin Owens showing a real yellow streak here. Yeah, I think he is scared. Oh my God! A shot right to the groin from Kevin Owens. And Hideo trying to get back to his feet after that cheap shot, and here he comes. Hideo Itami, yes! Hooks him up! Hit him with it! Yes! GTS to Kevin Owens! Baton Rouge comes unglued! GTS to Kevin Owens! Hideo Itami makes a statement here tonight! And that might just be the challenge laid out right there for Kevin Owens. And Hideo is demanding that title. Hideo Itami. There is no question what he wants now. Ladies and gentlemen, as we heard earlier in the show, next week's main event, Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax versus Asuka. And the winner goes to SummerSlam to face Nikki Bella and has the chance to permanently shut the mouth of the leader of the Divas Revolution. You can't miss it. Tune in next week. Wow, what a night we've had here in Louisiana. And it's only going to get hotter, as it is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the main event of the evening. Dean Ambrose takes on the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And we saw earlier in the night, Paul Heyman tried to convince Dean Ambrose not to take the match. I think in the back of his head he knows what Dean Ambrose possesses. He knows the kind of threat that Ambrose is. But Ambrose, in typical fashion, is out here to fight. And that's the only thing that's going through his head. But I tell you what, I've said it before, you've got to have more guts than brains to step inside and bang with the Beast. There is no more intimidating presence in the world. And I'm not just talking the world of professional wrestling. This man is quite literally the most dangerous man walking the face of the earth. And Dean Ambrose called him out. This is Dean Ambrose's idea. How on earth do you muster up the courage to stand across the ring from Brock Lesnar? Well, if you want to know, just ask Dean Ambrose, because he has the answer. Good Lord. Is there any scarier sight than the Beast? He has been on the hunt for Shinsuke Nakamura for weeks. He challenged him at King of the Ring. He's wanted the answer since then. We haven't seen Nakamura since then. Is it mind games? Or is Nakamura afraid of Brock Lesnar? I tell you what, one person who isn't afraid is Dean Ambrose. And Ambrose, look out, Lesnar, straight away with a suplex. Brock Lesnar straight away with a suplex, and now just taking it straight to the head. Turning that head in a right angle, and Dean Ambrose has got to work real fast, because Brock Lesnar is going to work real fast as well. It's not the ideal start. It's definitely not the ideal start for Dean Ambrose. 2 suplexes already, and Brock Lesnar taking it back to the head. And the crowd already chanting Suplex City. And this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. The main event of Monday Night Raw, as Dean Ambrose looks to fight the Beast here, and Dean Ambrose swings over, and a DDT. A swinging DDT from Dean Ambrose. And then he gets Lesnar back to his feet. Is he going to look for a pair of them? He is. Unbelievable. And Dean Ambrose again. Dean Ambrose again. Lesnar doesn't know what to hit him here. Dean Ambrose. Surely not a fourth. Surely not a fourth. And he nails a fourth. A fourth swinging DDT. He's not going to go for 5. Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose with a 5th. Dean Ambrose with a 5th. There's no way. There's no way. Lesnar's reeling. Lesnar is reeling here. 6 DDTs. And Brock Lesnar has been shaken to the core. Dean Ambrose coming to the party here. Kicking the hell out of Brock Lesnar. And Baton Rouge has come unglued, but look out, Lesnar with the power. My God, but still clearly rocked, but there's a straight shot. And look out, Ambrose though, going toe-to-toe with a Beast. Shot for shot with a Beast. Dean Ambrose showing more than I think any of us thought he had, but look out, look out, look out. German suplex cuts him off at the pass, and Brock Lesnar, just like that. Oh, look out, Lesnar with an armbar. He's going to break that arm. Brock Lesnar's going to break the arm of Dean Ambrose, but he escapes, expertly escapes, and then hammers the beast here. Ambrose fighting from underneath. My God, 6 DDTs, and Brock Lesnar continues to pursue and continues to come after the lunatic here. Bounces him off. Another German suplex. Another German suplex for the beast to Dean Ambrose. And now what's he thinking here? He's gonna take mercy on him. He's gonna cover him. 2, and no, but a long 2 count. Dean Ambrose already feeling the effects of Brock Lesnar. Always a big fight feel when Brock Lesnar's in the middle of the ring, and Lesnar, look at the power, picks him up like he's not even there. Tossing him around, Lesnar having his way with him now. And now look at the power. Look at the power, just deadlifts him. Deadlifts Dean Ambrose up and down. Gut-wrench suplex from the animal. The beast incarnate. Brock Lesnar taking it back to the neck. Just unrelenting is this man. Dean Ambrose, you feel like he may have thrown his best punch at the beast here already. And now look out, the beast is going to line him up with shots here, those Super Bowl right hands. And you can hear the crowds chanting Suplex City again. And that's exactly what he's going to give him. But this time he hangs on. And Lesnar with another one. Lesnar with another one. Are you counting along at home? My God. This was Dean Ambrose's idea, believe it or not. And it's starting to bite him in the arse. There's no question about that, as Lesnar just takes it to Ambrose. And Brock Lesnar is going to look to put him out of his misery here. Lesnar lights him up. Crowd comes alive. Lesnar looking for it. Up and down with the F5. F5 for Brock Lesnar. 1, 2, and 3. No! Oh my God! Dean Ambrose kicks out of the F5. And Brock Lesnar straight back on the offensive with that exposed knee. But here comes Ambrose again. Ambrose finding something. Turns him around. Dean Ambrose drops him down. Drops him down, and here comes Ambrose. Ambrose finding something in the tank here. And look at this, going after the eyes. Going after the eyes of the beast. Could be the smartest thing he's ever done. And here comes Dean Ambrose firing up. Dean Ambrose. He's crazy. Where on earth is he fighting this? Ambrose firing up. Taking it to the beast here. Giving him all he can handle. Come on, Dean. Put him away. Ambrose lining him up. Lesnar's reeling. Lesnar is rocked here. There's no question. Ambrose hammers away on him. Dean Ambrose now gets Lesnar to his feet. What's he thinking here? Ambrose spikes him with another DDT. Spikes him with another DDT. And Dean Ambrose getting the crowd in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, right behind him. Ambrose hooks him up with a neck breaker. The beast is reeling. Can Dean Ambrose do the absolute unthinkable here? Ambrose looking for it. Dirty deeds. Yes. Dirty deeds to Brock Lesnar. Got him 1, 2. No. Brock Lesnar gets the shoulder up. Ambrose is pushing the beast to his limits here. Taking it to the beast incarnate. Gets Lesnar to his feet. Gets him to his feet. Snapmare. Lesnar is reeling. Uh-oh. That kick seemed to fire him up, and Lesnar fights back with a suplex. A belly-to-belly suplex, and I think Lesnar snapped. Look at the look on his face. Gut-wrench suplex. gut-wrench suplex. And Lesnar, my God, what does it take to keep this guy down? Lesnar hooks him up and down again with another gut-wrench. How many goddamn suplexes has it been? But Ambrose avoids the kick. And Ambrose still finding something. Still finding something. Now he's going to take him high rank, for God's sake. Dean Ambrose giving Lesnar everything he can handle. Dean Ambrose up top, hooks one arm, hooks the other. Ambrose up and down with the beast. Dean Ambrose, unbelievable performance. To the top rope now, Ambrose. Everybody in Louisiana on their feet, and he wants Lesnar on his. Ambrose from the top with a double axe handle. Double axe handle. And look at Dean Ambrose finding something in the tank. Needs the support of the crowd to get over the beast. Ambrose going all the way here. Fighting Lesnar with everything he's got in the tank. But oh no, Lesnar with welts on his chest. Lesnar's gonna hang him up, my God. This is not where you want to be. This is not where you want to be. What a shot to the midsection. A shot to the midsection. And now Lesnar with the chants of Suplex City ringing in his ears. Lesnar picks him up. Powerbomb, my God. Oh no, gonna follow it up with another one. And oh no, no, not a third. Oh my God. Drills him with 3 power bombs in a row into the cover, and that'll do it. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding. Dean Ambrose is still alive, and Brock Lesnar just hammers away at Ambrose. Oh my God, what a shot to the back. What a shot to the back. And now it could be curtains. It could be curtains for Ambrose. It could be curtains for Ambrose. Second F5. Second F5 from Brock Lesnar. 1, 2, and the Beast slays Ambrose. But my God, what a fight from the lunatic. What a match. Dean Ambrose brings the fight to the Beast. He bought everything in the arsenal, but it wasn't enough. Brock Lesnar picks up the win here tonight. They do not get any better or any more dangerous than that man. What a night, ladies and gentlemen. It has been one of the greats. New tag team champions. Incredible main event. The Beast stands tall. Thank you so much for joining me. Wait a minute. No. I'm being told we're staying on air. No, come on. He's had enough. He gave you everything he could handle. And now Brock Lesnar's taking it to Dean Ambrose, and this is garbage. Come on. It was a good match, and he gave him everything he could handle, and Brock Lesnar's had enough. And God, another German suplex, and God knows how many of those he's taken. How many of those has he taken? And Brock Lesnar is looking to get some more of Dean Ambrose. You gotta stop this. Oh my God! Yes! Try and push this guy around! It's Shinsuke Nakamura! Finally the answer that we've all been waiting for! Wait a minute, Ambrose! Ambrose is back up with an elbow! Dean Ambrose off the distraction from Nakamura. Dirty deeds. Shinsuke Nakamura arrives in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I can tell you right now, he ain't afraid. The mind games continue, but my God, there's hell to pay.